Hello, I'm Ajahn Jyotipalo.
And welcome to Sauntering into Silence.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Debbie.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome into Sauntering into Silence.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, Keith. We went for a lovely walk to Catherine Creek.
Yep.
So here it is.
This is a Columbia River Gorge flower park. Mecca.
So that's the Bruce. That was the death camas.
Yeah, it's a death camas.
Because the natives
Eat
didn't.
the camas that blooms purple. And it's a staple, like a potato, the root.
The root. But that one will kill you.
That one will make you quite sick and die if you're vulnerable, if you have a susceptibility to death.
That's a Buddhist concept, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a concept.
I am informed this is a bicolored
Cluster.
bicolored clustered lily. Tiny.
Here we have an app called iNaturalist. So we just tell it we want to use the camera. Get a photo, use photo. What do I see? They say they're woodland stars.
Huh. Well,
They're wrong.
There you are. And that's what a camas lily, or Camasia is its Latin name.
Camasia.
Camasia. This is people who are conscientious and pick up after their dog, but then they don't pick up after themselves. It's quite interesting.
So we were misinformed. This is not parsley. This is, what is it called?
Yeah, it identified it as a biscuit.
Biscuit fruit. Here it is.
Extraction is called pit rock.
That's real pretty. Mimosa.
Mimosa. That's what I remember. Here's a nice example of growing solitary. Oh, and this one identified last time I was out there, Denise. These are cool. I forgot their name now.
Yeah.
Little
pretty.
trumpets. Which phone do you have?
This is a 12 mini.
A 12 mini, yeah. I
Yeah.
think mine's a 12. If I remember right.
We have shooting stars there, and the next flower will come up will be the lupins, which are these, which we have at Birkin.
I bet you do.
This is Columbia parsley, not in bloom yet, but it's just about ready to.
They're beautiful plants.
boy, that's a gorgeous tree, isn't it?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the difference in the two barks.
That is a really nice specimen. How did you ever find it?
Kind of hard to find them, isn't it?
You can't get these to reproduce. You can't take the seeds, you can't transplant them, they die.
Huh.
They have to come on their own. And I was up here with a major naturalist, and she was telling us. And these that were destroyed up here, gone, because of the cattle.
Yeah.
But now they're all coming back. And at Dow's Mountain Ranch, east of here, Keith and I were up there a few years ago, about maybe 5 years ago, And it was one of the first years they really seemed to be fully recovered. And that place is covered with that one. So it's a field of yellow.
Yeah.
About a month from now.
Wild sunflowers?
It's called remind me the name, root. Balsam. Balsam root. Let's look up the genus. The plant behind it?
The plant behind it.
This yellow one.
Oh no, what's
It's
this?
common. Tell it.
Buttercup.
Okay, we got the buttercup and the very dreaded poison oak. So I went from the dangers of the desert to the dangers of the Pacific Northwest. And this, I think, is worse than the thorns.
That'll get you. But
So this is desert parsley. Desert parsley. So Keith, you're saying these, I thought these were added here for erosion, but you say no.
no,
that's-
this is all natural, natural basalt, and there was huge basalt flows down from eastern Oregon and Idaho, and it happened millions of years ago, over a period of millions of years, and they were a fissure flow, and they ran from there all the way to the Pacific Ocean. And there's 2,000 or 3,000 feet of this. And this is just scree. And you see it all over. This whole area is black basalt.
So you say 3,000 feet, that's like below us.
Yeah, well, from the top,
Yeah, Yeah.
from the top of the ridge down below us.
3,000.
So a lot of it has been eroded away,
Yeah,
of course, over the millennia.
yeah, and that's all what that is.
Yeah. So this whole area is one big basalt flow, and then of course you got Mount Hood, and you got Mount St. Helens, and you got Mount Adams, and they all contributed to this.
Was hiking all day looking for this view. Mount Adams, the Columbia River Gorge, and Mount Hood. It was worth it.
But the majority of this was basalt flows many millennia ago. So that must have been one big flow.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
That's a lot of magma to be rolling down the road.
So there used to be a zigzag trail up the street.
This is the only natural arch in the Pacific Northwest. That's huge.
Yeah, I climbed down there from the above one day.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Bob.